Hi. The odds are high that when looking and listening to the news, you will hear someone state that there will be a constitutional crisis if President Trump fires Special Counsel Mueller. Such statements as this are absurd. If President Trump fires Special Counsel Mueller, there will be no constitutional crisis. A constitutional crisis is a conflict in the function of government that cannot be resolved by the laws inherent in the United States Constitution. Article 2, Section 1, Paragraph 1 of the United States Constitution states, "The executive power shall be vested in a President of the United States of America." The executive power shall be vested in a President of the United States of America. So actually, firing Mueller is supported by Article 2 of the Constitution. The President will be functioning just as the Constitution dictates. Mueller, a high-level appointee, works for the Department of Justice, a part of the executive branch of the government. The President has the authority to manage the executive branch. That includes the right to fire a high-level appointee such as Mueller. The President would not be interfering in the other branches of the government. There would be no constitutional conflict. Also, the President would not be violating any law. Actually, he would be correcting a misapplication of the law by Department of Justice Deputy Director Rosenstein. The authority that the Deputy Director used to support the appointment of a special counsel was 28 CFR Part 600, General Powers of Special Counsel. A reading of 28 CFR 600 shows that Mr. Rosenstein incorrectly applied the authority of 28 CFR 600 to appoint a special counsel. He did not have the authority to appoint a special counsel in this situation. Let me explain. Let's take a look. Section 600.1, Grounds for Appointing a Special Counsel, states, "The Attorney General or the Acting Attorney General will appoint a special counsel when he or she determines that criminal investigation of a person or matter is warranted." Let me repeat that. When he or she determines that criminal investigation of a person or matter is warranted. Paragraph B of Mr. Rosenstein's order states, "The special counsel is authorized to conduct the investigation confirmed by then FBI Director James B. Comey in testimony before the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence on March 20th, 2017. Mr. Comey's testimony on March 20th, 2017 stated that the FBI was involved in a counterintelligence investigation, not a criminal investigation. Mr. Comey did not classify the investigation as a criminal investigation. There are distinct differences between a criminal investigation and a counterintelligence investigation." Let's take a look at Mr. Comey's testimony.
As you know, our practice is not to confirm the existence of ongoing investigations, especially those investigations that involve classified matters. But in unusual circumstances, where it is in the public interest, it may be appropriate to do so, as Justice Department policies recognize. This is one of those circumstances. I have been authorized by the Department of Justice to confirm that the FBI, as part of our counterintelligence mission, is investigating the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. And that includes investigating the nature of any links between individuals associated with the Trump campaign and the Russian government, and whether there was any coordination between the campaign and Russia's efforts. As with any counterintelligence investigation, this will also include an assessment of whether any crimes were committed. Because it is an open, ongoing investigation and is classified, I cannot say more about what we are doing and whose conduct we are examining.
Mr. Rosenstein's order makes specific reference to Mr. Comey's testimony on March 20th, 2017. Let's take another look at the order. Mr. Rosenstein decided to appoint Mr. Mueller as a special counsel to conduct a counterintelligence investigation. This is outside the bounds of the authority for which a special counsel may be appointed. Remember, it said, appoint a special counsel when he or she determines that criminal investigation of a person or matter is warranted. 28 CFR 600's verbiage is specific for criminal investigation. The first paragraph of Mr. Rosenstein's order appointing a special counsel also uses 28 U.S.C. sections 509, 510, and 515 as his authority. Unfortunately for Mr. Rosenstein, they do not give Mr. Rosenstein the authority to appoint a special counsel to conduct a counterintelligence investigation. Now, Mr. Rosenstein is a career government attorney who knows the difference between a criminal investigation and a counterintelligence investigation. He knew the verbiage of 28 CFR 600, but he decided to authorize a special counsel outside the bounds set by 28 CFR 600. The question I have is, why was he allowed to get away with it? Why has no one in Congress or the executive branch corrected his incorrect authorization of a special counsel to conduct a counterintelligence investigation? So the constant statements of a constitutional crisis are being used by politicians and those on the left to scare the American public, to confuse the American public. But there will be no crisis if the president fires Special Counsel Mueller, particularly as he was put in place by Mr. Rosenstein by an abuse of the Special Counsel statute. Well, I hope this helps. Have a good day.